field where they score a point. That's all I know. That's inexcusable. Inexcusable. Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Because we're a fucking good hockey team, and we're going to fucking come home with the cup here tonight. Let's fucking go. Sonny, Bo, Perry, Benner. Let's go.
Good evening, and welcome to another episode, a special finals episode.
We got dual finals coming up tonight.
NBA, NHL, a lot of awesomeness. Maybe some actual argumentation coming up. Maybe we don't agree for once. Ooh, spicy. We'll see. But anyway, another episode of Benchwarmer Basement Banter. I'm your host, Woody.
And I'm Aaron Rodgers. We're not talking football yet, but discount double checking anyhow.
Man, I gotta get something cool like you do. You got the discount double check. I'm Woody.
Yeah,
you know,
Woody.
it's a cool name.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's better than nothing. I roll with it. But yeah, we're gonna talk the NBA, NHL finals, and also before that, we want to thank you all for watching us, liking, subscribing, all that cool PR stuff.
Yeah, we're currently at 433 subscribers right now. We're 67 away from 500. We might be doing something special for when we get to that 500 point.
We might be.
Stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll kind of give you some more details on that.
What do they call these teasers?
Yes.
I like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Another teaser. We might be have very big news on our side of things.
We're not leaving the basement, but we may be leaving this basement.
We might be having a slight, significant upgrade possibly in studios. We'll see. We are. But we couldn't have done it without your support. We love you guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's have some fun with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I talk too much on these episodes. Let's start with you and NBA. Like, you're a guru.
Finals, we got Mavs and Celtics.
I like it.
I think that through the season, the Celtics were the much better team record-wise.
They took different paths to get here.
Yes.
But they're both here. They are.
I think so. What were the Mavs going into this?
I think they were 50 and 32. They were like the 5th or 6th seed. I think they were the 5.
They were the 5 seed, I believe.
Yeah, they played they didn't even have home court.
No, they have not had home court.
Clippers. Yeah, they don't need it. They got Luka.
They got Luka and Kyrie.
And sorry, Kyrie. No disrespect. So what you got, big guy?
I mean,
who you got winning and why?
Normally, I'm a big fan for the underdog.
I always am.
That being said,
we're Midwest.
All roads run through Boston. I've said it from the very beginning of this. We've been talking about this. The Boston Celtics are not only probably the most efficient scoring team in the NBA as far as shooting. They have great shooting percentages. They've got a decently deep bench, and they are actually getting back Porzingis for the finals. Granted, we don't know how healthy he's going to be just yet.
Fair.
But
he's there.
He's going to be there, and he's usually good for 20 points when he's in the game.
7-footer that shoots the lights out. Probably can't go wrong having him.
Yeah. I mean,
but I do wonder the calf.
It takes some of the weight off of Al Horford, who is.
Well, I think
he's old.
He's old. He is. Yeah, I was looking at this, and I was like, Al Horford. That is the Florida guy, right?
Yeah.
The Gator.
Yep.
Holy crap.
He's almost 40 years old. He's actually the only player in the NBA that's older than LeBron.
That's a thing. Yep. I didn't know there was after 40. Oh my, that's like the Joakim Noah team, wasn't it? Like the back-to-back 04, 05. Holy crap.
Wow, the only player in the NBA older than LeBron.
That's impressive.
But I think he's in the same draft class.
Probably, but he would have been in college for 2 years. I think they won back-to-back 04, 05. They beat Greg Oden, if I remember right. Man, that's a while back. Still got it. They are. Like Boston, analytically wise, on paper, I think it's safe to say they're the best team.
Yeah.
Depth. They've got depth. They've got scoring depth. They got, what were they, one of the best rated teams all time, efficiently wise, offense and defense.
And also they're a top 5 defending team too, which most people don't realize that because of how electric their offense is, and that offense is what gets people's attention.
It is, and sometimes it masks defensive deficiencies, I think, because you got the team jacking up the 3. But they are. I can't argue with that as far as which team's better. The only thing I can say is a good old football quote. That's why they play the game. That's why we play the game. There is a certain intangible, I think there is, when it comes to athletics, that a lot of times these, especially the NHL, like that's kind of more my bread and butter, is the best team does not always win.
No,
it does.
Absolutely not.
Like there are some factors you can't analyze on paper.
Thanks, 2004 Cardinals.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. That was a little disappointing. But, you see, okay, top of my head, the biggest upset was the Pats and Giants at Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, both times Eli got Tom. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
So much for it being scripted. I don't think Tom would have went for that.
Well, he said that he was going to come to the Tom Brady roast, but he already beat him twice. So.
I love it. That's about all Eli did in his career in my mind. But hey, he won 2 Super Bowls. But that undefeated juggernaut the Pats had, no way should they have lost. They could have played. It's like 1980 Soviets U.S. 9 times out of 10 the Soviets win, but not that night. That's the beautiful thing with sports. You never know, and that's why I'm going with the Mavs. Believe it or not, I'm going Mavs in this series.
I will say, top 2 looks great.
They do, and that's the thing. It's more than that. I think at the trade deadline, the Mavs really solidified their D. Like, if you look at from, I believe it is March on, their defensive ratings, I believe are right there with Boston or better. And they're battle-tested. They went through a juggernaut of a schedule, I think, to get there. The Clippers, all right, whatever. They knocked them out. Solid team. But, I mean, they took out Minnesota the last round. I think Minnesota was the favorite in that series.
Yeah.
They took out Oklahoma City the round before. That was the number 1 seed in the West, I believe. I mean, they have just... They beat top-notch competition.
They've had a much tougher path to the finals than what the Celtics have.
Yeah, they've got 2 closers, too.
Yeah.
And Kyrie, I think they're 1A, 1B. I think Kyrie, and he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. Things in Boston didn't end great.
Yeah.
A little pissed off he didn't resign there.
Well, I think he stomped on the logo in
that'll
the
rub him the
court.
wrong way. Yeah.
So I think he's going to get some boos at the Garden. Or not the Garden.
But, no, you're right.
Yeah, the Garden. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But I think he thrives off that. And he's one of those guys that I think he enjoys that. I really do. They're both locked in. Luka, in my mind, is unguardable. I'm not going to say for sure he's the best player in the NBA. I mean,
he's top 5.
Yeah, he's amazing all around. And like I said,
probably a top 3 scorer.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. He can score numerous ways. Nothing shakes him either. He's unflappable. He's been playing professional ball since he was 13.
Guy just enjoys the game.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
He just has fun.
The Minnesota, the last game, I mean, there were some shots he hit first quarter, like literally guys right in his face, just like, he's like,
from the logo.
Yeah. I'm done toying with you guys. It's over. And nothing bothers him. I mean, they lost game 4 at home, and it's like, ooh, that could swing the series. No. He's like, screw you guys. It's over. But and it's not just those guys. Like I said, I went back to their depth. They added the trade deadline. They had P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford through trades that really solidified their interior D. Derek Lively, I think, is a stud down low. And they've got solid bench guys. Like, all around, I don't think they get the credit for what they have as a team. Washington's kind of been, in my mind, the third scorer they've got now.
Yeah.
Not saying it takes much.
If not Lively. Lively's been putting up some points, too.
Yeah. And, I mean, the thing of it is, though, like, Dallas, they need these 2 guys to go off. Me picking them, I'm banking on them going off. Like, they're going to carry the series.
Yeah.
I do not think, I think if they win in 7 games, I really do. Boston, I think, is... I'll give it to you. I think they're the better team. Ooh, you think Boston 6? All right.
If not 5.
7. Ooh, no respect.
I
hope Luka hears this.
It's going to be just like UConn and NCAA. They're the best team. They're going to cover every game. They're going to win every game.
I think the thing of it is, though, with UConn, in my mind, you saw no holes. I think you've seen it with Boston. The Indiana series, yes, on paper, what have they lost? 1 game, all playoffs? 2, maybe? But the Indiana series, in my opinion, was there for the taking. They got swept. That sounds stupid. But you look back at game 1. Mm-hmm. Brown hit a 3 that I don't think he had any business in making. Yeah, it's a backbreaker. They won game 2, I think, handily. But without Halliburton, game 3 and 4, Indiana gave them
both those games were winnable for
They should have. Yeah, they should have.
They should have taken at least one of them.
They didn't have a closer. What does Dallas have? I think if Boston leaves the door open, like they did against Indiana, I think Dallas runs right through it. That's what I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, no discredit to Boston.
I've got a little bit of an idea here.
All right,
let's do this for fun.
Oh boy.
Let's pull up top 5 of the Mavericks and top 5 of the Celtics.
For scores or what you mean? Starters?
The starters.
Oh, starters. Okay. So you got. Hold on a second. Ooh, put me on the spot here. So for Dallas, we got Luka, obviously, and Kyrie, both guards. Mm-hmm. P.J. Washington starts power forward. Gafford down low. Gafford and Lively. That's the thing. They're like 50-50 on minutes, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that Lively
Percentage.
usually gets to start though.
Okay. So they're interchangeable. And then Jones, Jr. I'm sorry, he's small forward. That's their.
We could even do we'll do the
5,
top
6.
6. We'll do it with 6.
Okay. And then I do like that what's it, Cleaver guy off the bench forward. Oh, Hardaway Jr. too. I forgot about him. They've got more depth than I give them credit for going into this. But Boston, I mean, shoot. Tatum,
Jaylen
forward.
Brown.
Yep.
You'll have Porzingis back.
Yep.
You'll have
Holiday.
Drew
In the
Holiday.
backfield, though. Or backcourt, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Brown and Holiday. And what about White? Where does he fit in? Or they run 3 guards?
They usually run 3 guards.
Smaller lineup.
Yeah,
okay.
and then off your bench, you've got Pritchard.
Tatum, Porzingis,
and
Horford,
yeah,
Pritchard. Yeah, they're deep. No
they
doubt.
are deep.
They're deep. Oh, yeah.
So let's just say who's the best player on Mavericks?
I mean, it's Luka. Hands down.
Okay. Best player on the Celtics?
I'm going to go Tatum. Brown's they're about a 1A, 1B.
They are.
Both teams kind of have
for
two
the sake
sets.
of this argument, let's go Tatum.
Okay.
I think Tatum is going their guy. So
Yeah.
you give edge
Yeah.
Luka, edge Tatum.
I'm going Luka.
I'm also going Luka on
I'm
that.
going
As much
Luka.
as I do like Tatum, he's one of my favorite players.
I'm going Luka because of postseason, what he's done. I love Tatum. St. Louis. Chaminade. High, I believe. Him and Kachuk. I love that St. Louis love.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with being wrong and Boston winning. I love St. Louis kids doing something.
Yeah.
But for this purpose, yeah, I think Luka's proven.
I agree with that. Kyrie and Jaylen Brown.
Flip a quarter.
I agree. Honestly, I want to give
Maybe Brown.
I want to give the edge to Brown, but just barely.
Defensively, he's better. Offensively, if you've got Kyrie playing like he is capable of, I think he might have the edge.
I think that Kyrie's a better ball handler, and he's a
Yeah.
better at the rim scorer.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Jaylen Brown's a much better shooter.
Okay. I don't know. Honestly, Kyrie's pretty good, I thought.
He's a good shooter as well.
Either way, they're both damn good.
Particularly in
It's
this
hard.
playoffs, I'd say Brown has been a better shooter.
Yeah, Brown's been very good.
He's carried that team in the playoffs.
He really has, yeah.
More so than Tatum has. When the game's been on the line, it's been the ball in his hand.
Well, he got
instead of
MVP,
Tatum's.
didn't he? Eastern Conference
Yep.
Finals, yeah. Brown has. I see where you're going with this. So then what are we going to match up? Washington and you looking at Holiday? It throws us off because with the guards versus
because
smaller lineup, Boston rolls out.
Yeah, and Boston, it goes back and
it's-
forth between us starting Holiday and starting Pritchard too.
Yeah, and it's interchangeable for them. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. I would say I'd probably. I mean, your Green is probably your same as your Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. And,
I think Holiday's better, truthfully.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think I'm going to make it simple, I guess. I think Dallas has a better top 2. The rest of the team, I think Boston's better. I think you're right.
I think I'm right there with it too.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say Porzingis and Stafford or Gafford. You could say Gafford or Lively, whichever one you want to take there.
Yeah.
I think Porzingis is better than either one of them.
I think if you look at that, the Dallas guys, Gafford, Lively are better defensively. Offensively, obviously, it's Porzingis. And
Yes.
I mean,
and Horford is actually he's old, but he's one of the
pretty good.
he's one of the better defenders on that team.
He is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, all I'm going with is I think, like I said, the Mavs are more battle tested. I think they're going to have games come down to one possession. I like what they've got better. If you're actually breaking it down player by player, what each team has, I can't argue with Boston's better.
Yeah, you said that from the beginning with.
Yeah.
You think that they've got the better team.
Yeah. And I say Mavs with confidence now. That's what we do here. We back our freaking pick.
That's right.
But I was like, man, I was back and forth on this one. Like, this is the opposite of the hockey finals.
I've been all Celtics the whole time.
Yeah, you have.
Luke is my favorite player. He is my favorite player.
He's hard not to love. Like,
He's fun. He's
dude,
fun.
He is just his demeanor, and I think he's not an arrogant, stuck-up ass.
He's the complete opposite of the other Serbian that looks like he does not enjoy basketball.
Didn't even want to go to the parade.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going back home. I got horses to ride.
Yeah.
Putin, sorry. See ya.
When is the parade?
Yeah, well, I have to show up for that. It'd be like Marshawn Lynch. I'm only here so I don't get fined. That's it.
Honestly, yeah.
But yeah, all right. So you're going Boston. I'm Mavs. You got any more on it?
I think we pretty well covered everything. We didn't really touch up on the bench as far as that goes. I think they both got a well-rounded bench that they're not. Neither one of them is the Pacers as far as having that big of a bench.
Shoot. Yeah,
but neither one of them is the Knicks either.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Both these teams' depth is not a problem, I'd say.
No, they've all got, or both teams have 7, 8 guys that are interchangeable.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those deals, it's like, you look at the series, it's like personal preference. I think, who you like better. I know Boston's heavily favored. I don't remember the odds. I think they're definitely negative.
I'd say it's negative 200 or better.
Yeah, I think so. But what I'm getting at is there's argumentative points and valid ones for both teams.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But which is, like I said, is different than hockey. But yeah, that's all I got for NBA. So we're gonna go to a break and we'll be back. All right, and we are back, and we're gonna talk some hockey.
All right, yeah, we just got back with our finals for the NBA. Let's start off with our NHL hockey Stanley Cup final. I don't know much about hockey. He's your guru on that guy, but I will be here for some potentially funny comments.
There we go. I don't know how accurate I am, but we got a lot of thoughts up here. So I did like your pick with was it Colorado and your logic on
the Avs.
What was that? Behind that free
or discount beer,
yeah.
Cheap beer.
I'm pretty sure Canadians drinking beer would get right on that bet. That's a good call. Yep. Good logic there. So here we go. We got asshole. We've got we got a Canadian team in it. We got Edmonton. We got Florida. We got a hell of a travel deal there. I mean, we got
USA,
USA, kinda. They're barely America, but hey, we'll take them. We got Edmonton. We got Florida. We got the Fighting Connor McJesuses against the Panthers. And I mean, it's a cool storyline. It really is. Like, arguably the best player in hockey is in this, and McDavid. He's been in the league, I think, 9 years, finally made it this far against the juggernaut Panthers team. And as cool of a story as it is, I think it ends here. As much on the NBA finals, I went back and forth. This is the opposite. I think this is slam dunk. Florida in 5. I really do. I think they're the far superior team. This team is not fun to play. They are just relentless. They run 4 lines deep. The New York series, shout out to Rangers goalie, Igor Shushkatov, however you say his name. If it wasn't for him, that's a 4-game series. He stood on his freaking head.
Pretty sure that's the guy that swept the leg in the Karate Kid, isn't it?
There you go. See, brilliant insight, guys. Yep. We got some Karate Kid in here. I have no idea, but I love it.
If he dies, he dies.
That reminds me of Pareko. That slap shot to Ben Bishop's neck. And they put, oh my gosh, Rocky movie. They put Drago's head on Drago's body. He dies. I thought Bishop died that day. Oh man, that was good. He's alive. Blues won. Happy story. But yeah, this one, the matchup, Edmonton's they're a very top heavy team. They've got the big names. McJesus. Didn't mean to discredit him there. Drystyle, Zach Heyman has been a revolution for them. He's their
that's John's boy, right?
Dirty guy. Who's that?
It's John's boy.
John's boy?
Heyman.
Oh, John. Man, I don't know. There might be some connection. You got baseball, hockey, be a stretch. But I'm sure John Heyman's proud of this guy. He's repping him well. Nugent Hopkins, they've got a heck of a defenseman. Evan Brochard's his name. They've got top-end talent. But the kicker is that, 6th spot on the roster to number 20 does not compare to Florida.
Okay.
They've got, and they're Skinnered.
So you think the first line on that team can compete, and then after that it's the other trenches that kind of break the...
Check on it right there. Sorry about that. Hey, Brooklyn. I don't think they compare like Florida. I watched that New York series religiously, and they beat the hell out of them. They did. They're led by Matthew Tkachuk. You know my thoughts on him. St. Louis guy, stud, plays a physical game, two-way game. Their captain, Barkov, he might be the best two-way center in hockey. Sam Bennett, total stud. Reinhardt didn't even really explode in the series. He scored, I think, 50-some goals. Was their leading goal scorer regular season. Didn't do much in the series against New York. They've got their D-core is amazing. Ekebald, Edmund Larson, Forsling, Brandon Montour, amazing puck mover. They are so deep. Oh, and you remember Tarasenko?
Yeah.
Vladdy boy? Yeah, Blues. He's on their third line, buried. He scored 1 goal. Ended up being the game winner in Game 6.
Oh, wow.
That's all he did the whole series.
He was like the heart and soul of that Blues team for a decade.
He was. 5 years ago, won the cup with him as like our centerpiece. He's an afterthought with them. They're that deep. They play a nasty style of hockey. They get after you. They will make life hell on McDavid. I mean, they're going to shadow him all across the ice. They're going to play a brand of hockey that Edmonton does not play. Goaltending, too. Sergei Bobrovsky, I'm sorry if I butchered these guys' names, but he's been great. He got overshadowed by New York's goalie in that series because he stood on his head. Was amazing, but Bobrovsky is no slouch. Edmonton's goalie, Skinner, he actually got benched in the Canucks series. Set him down, he's came back. I will give him credit. If it wasn't for him, they do not win that Dallas series. Edmonton in the playoffs, they've won some gritty games too that I didn't think they were capable of winning. I did not think they would be here. They've proven me wrong there. But they've not faced a team like either team in the West that would have came from that final, I thought, just got beat like a drum against Florida.
Well, you're taking the stance that I did with the Celtics. It's like all paths run through Florida.
Yeah.
It's just
fair. Not to be a hypocrite, but I think the talent level in this series, there's no, they got McDavid.
Yeah.
I don't think they have near, the firepower Dallas has to match them. I really don't. But you're right. Best team.
Yeah.
And, in hockey, sometimes you get fluke bounces. The best team does not always win. But Florida, they were just here last year, too. I went back with my Mavs pick. I talked about battle-tested. Florida got here last year. They lost to Vegas. They were not expected to be there. They were the 8th seed.
Yeah, they were there a year early.
Yeah, they were. Well, they were the 8th seed. I love Paul Maurice, the coach. He came in. He actually inherited a team that won the President's Cup, I believe, a year or two before that. But they realized the style of hockey they played was great. Regular season, wouldn't get it done come playoffs. This guy came in. He made them a more physical team. Built the roster around how he wants his players to play. They got physical guys. Last year, by the time they made the finals, Kachuk literally had a broken sternum. Tried playing through that in the finals. That did not go great. Who would have thought a sport where they beat the hell out of you with a broken sternum, you wouldn't do much?
Yeah, I mean...
That makes sense?
Those chest protectors aren't that good.
No. I don't think they make you bulletproof. No. I don't think so. But they were beat up. They went through a juggernaut last year to get there. They had nothing left the finals. And Vegas was a hell of a team. Very deep. They were the better team last year. But that experience, that overachieving to get there last year, this year they expected it. They knew what it took to get there. They knew they were the best team this year. They've played to that capability.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. You cannot, in my mind, poke holes in their game. And I just, the only thing I could see, not to get all theory-based here, but with Edmonton, they do have one hell of a power play. With Connor McJesus, go figure. Yeah, Dallas, look at Game 6, the goal he scored against the Stars to get them rolling. I don't even think a video game you can do that. It shouldn't have happened. I mean, he toe-dragged 3 guys, did this crazy maneuver around the D guy. I can't even... Me explaining it doesn't do it justice. Look it up.
Hurts my ACL just thinking about it.
It was stupid. Yeah. This backhander, the goalie had no chance. I'm you literally danced through 3 guys and then made the goalie look didn't know where the puck was. It was amazing. So, what I was going to say is if those guys in stripes, they protect McDavid. A few ticky-tack calls.
You're saying if Florida gets a lot
in the box
a lot, that
it could be a series.
Edmonton has a chance to put up some goals and make the game.
They do. Because they're top-end talent. It's top-notch. Their power play, dry style, McDavid, probably the best 1-2 punch in the game. I mean, and Hyman has been a great addition for him, Zach Hyman. They've been, he literally is the guy that goes to dirty areas of the ice. He gets those nasty goals that you have to have come playoffs. And, I mean, they've won some dirty games that they wouldn't have won in the past.
And I don't watch a lot of hockey, so I'm going to ask a question here.
Yeah.
Say that the Edmonton does get a power play. Do teams, when they're on power play, do they generally try to switch in their first line?
Yeah. Okay. They have their high-skilled guys in the ice.
Okay.
Usually, at power play setups, you see 1 D-man, 4 forwards.
Okay.
They create offense, usually. Some have 2 D-men if they have very skilled guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you run your best guys out for your top line. Second line, your second best.
Well, I didn't know. If the penalty happens, they pretty much instantly sub in their first line.
Yep. You get that opportunity when they put them in the box.
Yeah.
You put out who you want. Your best skilled guys are there. And Edmonton, I mean, they have the higher skilled guys. But Florida has, I mean, just watching it, it's amazing the way they move the puck. Their 5-on-5 play is the best in the league. Like, that's what I watch it, and I'm like, as a Blues fan, I'm like, damn, this is why we're not here. No matter what Jordan Bennington does, like, it's not even individual player speed, it's the way they move together. They throw a puck to an empty area on the ice, and their guy gets there.
Yep.
It's fluid. It's beautiful to watch. I didn't play hockey. I don't know how to really explain it. It's just, you can tell, like, if you don't watch much, the eye test, like when these teams that move the puck play teams like us that are station to station, it's amazing to watch. And you see why they win. You do.
So they've got great team chemistry. They know where someone's going to be on the ice.
That's Paul Maurice, too.
Yeah.
He's got them coached up. He preaches a simple game where you know where everybody is. You play hard. You play physical. You make the simple plays, and you win. It's fun to watch. It really is. And they all around, like I said, they're the best. Even if, like, say, I've ran 30 team ahead, I'm like, how could Edmonton win this? That's the only way. Their goaltending, Skinner, like I said, he's played better against Dallas. He doesn't match up with Sergei Bobrovsky. Like, he doesn't. Like, all up and down the roster, I give the edge to Florida, and I find it hard to believe they lose this series. I really do. I'm official play, Florida in 5.
Florida in 5.
Florida in 5. I'm going to give, Connor McJesus.
I don't have a hat in the ring, so...
let's hear it. Who could give you beer? Have you looked into beer specials? Canada, I mean, that'd be pretty big if they win one.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at some Labatt Blue or something.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Good call. We got some of that when we went up to Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
Delicious. First time we got into
Good beer.
Yeah, I brought like 2 24-packs back with me.
What do we have in Florida?
I don't know. We have
Are
a
there
lot
any
of
Florida
retirement
beers?
homes down
Are there
there.
any Florida beers?
If there is, let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
We'll try it. I mean, I think beer connoisseurs somewhat. Not experts in it. We'll drink one.
I always drink Corona when I'm in Florida.
I thought that was Mexico, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. Got the
Beach.
same weather vibes going.
Yeah.
It works good everywhere.
There's lines in both places.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a summer shandies guy. I like that lemon.
Yeah,
beer.
that's Wisconsin beer, though.
I will drink it in Florida. I don't
Okay.
care. It's summer beer to me. I think
Is it
you're right.
Wisconsin or is it Chippewa Falls, Iowa?
I associate it with summer. Heat, a beach. I like that stuff. I like my lemon
I like some
stuff.
summer
so
shandy.
yeah. Maybe we got to work on the beer connoisseur rep, but So
Maybe
yeah,
we'll do an episode about
we
it.
will. Yeah, send it in. Like, help us out here on your favorite beer, where you're at, what to get, where you go, wherever you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I butchered that. But yeah, help us out with buying beer, guys. So, that's hockey. We covered basketball. We're gonna wrap this up with a little bit of Cardinal talk. Very little.
Yeah.
We don't want to ruin
absolutely.
the good vibes. We don't.
Yeah.
It's been great. Like,
Well, I mean, last night kind of ruined my vibes, but whatever.
oh, on the Cardinals? That's what I'm saying. We don't want to ruin the show vibes with the Cardinals. So, we will just say, as stupid as they made us seem when we, put our show credibility on the line, saying Fire Mo, Marmol, all this, and they rip off, 12 out of 15?
Yeah, and they didn't get swept by the Phillies.
Yeah,
which
that's
everyone
true.
is these days,
That's fair. That's like winning 2 out of 3.
Honestly.
You just win a game. It really is. But what I will say is last night we saw what I think could be the downfall of the Cardinals. Wearing the bullpen out. That's what's got us where we are.
We started the season out. Everyone was pitching well. We couldn't hit worth a lick.
Right.
Right now, everyone's still pitching okay.
Okay, but we're not really going deep like.
But you got Gibson, you got Lynn to be innings eaters.
They are, but right now I would have to check it out. We're around that 5-inning range. I bet Cardinal starters as a whole averages like 5 1/3. Just off the top of
Probably.
my head. Like, yes, you're right, innings eaters, but
I mean, that's what we got them for. That's not what they're doing right now.
Okay, right.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah. Well, and Gray's slowed down.
Well, he looked phenomenal his first 5 starts, and he's been good since then too. It's just he's kind of hit that midseason. Coming off an
Sonny
injury, didn't
Gray's
really get
not a
lot
200-inning guy.
No.
We're seeing that, I think. He's still, gosh dang, he's striking out guys left and right. He's looked fine.
He's looked like an ace. Like the ace that we've asked him to be until he's just not giving us the innings that an ace needs
right,
to.
you need an ace. Basically, to wrap it up on that, like, our starting pitching, this is what concerned us going into the year. The quality of it, for one, but also the amount. Like, the amount of innings they're going to give. Because, honestly, our bullpen's been better than I thought it'd be. Like,
Our bullpen's been one of the shining parts of this team.
Our big 3.
Yeah.
Kittredge, Helsley, and Romero. has been top notch. Liberators look
JoJo got beat up for a little bit last night, but I think that brought his ERA up to 2.1.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah,
and it was inevitable. Like you're gonna have a bad outing.
Yeah,
I'm not faulting him.
If you have a bad outing where you give up 3 runs in 1 inning and it brought your ERA up, finally up over 2, you're having a pretty solid season as a reliever.
And that game last night, I mean, the Astros, I think they've been underachieving all year. They're a good lineup. Like what got him, it was Bregman, homer, leadoff homer, righty. He faced righty. Not an ideal situation. And honestly, as much as I rip Marmol, love to do it, he didn't have. His hands were tied.
Who are you putting there?
I don't know.
Probably JoJo.
Helsley couldn't pitch. Kittredge had just pitched. Ideally, you'd have got Kittredge, Romero, and man, I don't know if Helsley could have pitched. They said he was unavailable.
Can we fly Gallegos over here from his phantom injury?
If he's not giving up 5 runs a game. Yeah, we need to check in on that. But, my thing is, when you're looking at an average of 5 innings for starters, this big 3 will only get you so far. Hernandez has looked better. He's looked all right out of the pen. But him and Libatar both, I believe, were unavailable because they pitched in Philly.
Yes.
Gray went 5. Did it go extra innings, 10 innings, I think, Sunday night? So and this is baseball, though. You play 6-7 games a week. It's going to be a problem.
We don't really have that guy. I guess Libator could be that guy that out of the pen gives you 3 innings.
Yeah, but you know what? I like what he's doing as far as I think he's been more of a high leverage guy. You bring in in the 6th, 7th. Because, his stuff's played up in the pen.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. From an innings perspective, that'd be great to eat it.
Yeah.
But I kind of like
he's
him
a little bit
too.
He's too good to be wasted by being the guy to just get you through a game.
And here's what I'm going to say. Cardinals, leave him there. We found a role for this kid.
Yeah.
Don't put him back starting in a week.
Not in a week. Let him have a season of this and see how we feel at the end of the season.
I don't think you move him right now.
No.
You found a role for him, and it's a role you need. You need another shutdown pitcher.
Yes, and we also need a starter. So
we do, which
a lefty starter in particular.
Well, it'd be nice if this depth we said going into the season we had, like these guys in the minors, Ron Burse.
Zach Thompson was supposed to be a guy.
Thompson was, yeah. There's a handful of guys that were like, oh yeah, look at the trades they made last year. These guys will be ready, for it. Well, Steven Matz goes down and you crap your pants.
Well, I wasn't expecting much from Steven Matz anyway.
I wasn't either, but what I'm saying is your 5th starter going down, it shouldn't be a big deal.
It is when you only have 5 starters.
Yeah, exactly. We're not 8 or 9 deep like they portrayed it to be. So, Palante had a good start in Cincy off the bat. I don't buy it, though. I don't think that's our 5th starter. I really don't. Now, Palante, on the flip side, though, if you were talking about bullpen innings, your guy that gets you 2-3 innings, he's on the roster. Yeah, I feel good about him there.
Yeah.
I really would. He can eat innings.
Absolutely.
Save the rest of those guys. But a lot of these guys brought up minors, like that Lupe guy, a bunch of these guys, they've not done it.
Is Zach Thompson hurt, or is he just bad?
They're trying to make him a starter.
Okay.
Last I checked, it's not working out very well.
Not
great.
Not great.
So, that's kind of been the story of our pitching. Not great. So you better work on that crap, Mo. But that's my thing. Is I'm afraid that will be our undoing, is taxing the pen. No fault of theirs, and as much as I like to beat Marmol up, his hands have been tied on it. So that's going to be a problem. Give me a couple weeks, I'll be back around to that. He's spoken.
No, he's been fine. He's been fine.
He's doing his job.
It's tough to rag on a guy that's won probably 15 out of the last 20 at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe less. They've definitely won at least 13 or 14 out of the last 20. So
I think this is what we are, though. I do think earlier in the year I was like, oh man, this is a repeat of last year. I don't think we're that bad. I honestly think it's a medium ground between how bad we were earlier in the year and how good we've played these last 20 games. You know what I'm saying? We're not this good. We're not as good.
We had this same run in May last year.
You're right. That got him somewhat back to.
And then,
I don't think it was.
And
as
then
good
the wheels fell off.
Right. And if we keep taxing the pen, my thing is too. I don't see the offense being able to carry us. We thought going into the year, this offense would be.
Maybe we got that hitting drought done early.
I wish. You say maybe Nato Goldie will look like 2020.
Well, when you go a solid month of the entire team hitting sub 200,
that's fair.
Shoot.
And I will say, like, there have been bright spots on offense. Like, our young guys that we were like, a couple pods ago, find someone that can make them hit. Like, get them something.
Jordan Walker hit his first minor league home run.
There we go, yeah. Our 6'6", 250-pound bull has one home run in 60 games. Engine. Oof. But on the positive side, Gorman, he's looked amazing lately. He's got 8 homers last 13 games, something like that.
Hitting the ball like it owes his money.
Yeah. Like it just tried to rob him. Like he's punishing that bad boy. I hope his back's okay. He had a little flare-up last game, but he's being made...
He's back in the lineup today.
Okay, good. He's not trying to hit home runs. He's putting bat on ball. He's looked great. Use those wheels.
He was hitting 8 today, though.
Well, that might be because I think they're going to go tread pretty cautious with him for a while.
Yeah.
That was kind of, I'm mid-swing last night, and he's had back issues, I think, last year.
Yeah, it's like, maybe give him one less at bat this game.
Yeah. I take the pressure off, like, just easy, buddy. So if it's certain, just take one down the middle, whatever.
Yeah.
But, long term with him, you got to watch out for it. Herrera, I love what you've seen defensively with him. I think he's super underrated behind the plate. Like, the way he frames pitches.
Well, They said that he was probably the best defensive catcher that came through our system since Yachty.
I believe it. 100%.
And he was working with Yachty an awful lot because they did get like 1 or a year and a half of overlap there.
There was, yeah. Well, I read something that Yachty told him. He's like, to stick in the majors, to be a catcher, it's defense first. He's like, I think Herrera came up more as a hitter.
Name 5 catchers that hit over 250.
Yeah, not many.
Yeah.
You talking career? I was thinking Mike Piazza. He wasn't much defensively.
Yeah.
He's an outlier. Yeah. The point's valid. But yeah, Herrera has looked fine when he does that. He's looked great defensively. Burley has looked awesome. He's getting consistent at bats. And you see what he gets.
I think he already homered tonight.
That's great. He's homered.
Him and Gorman are both
This would be 3 in a row. Yeah. He's, who cares defensively? What he is. He does not strike out much, putting bat on the ball. He's done great. The only way, though, in my mind, this team reaches its top-notch capability is if Goldie and Arenado do what they're paid to do. I don't know that that's a possibility anymore. I don't know.
Are we starting Palante tonight?
Yeah. Palante got a second start. We'll see how he does against Houston. Ooh, that's right. He looked good against Cincy, but I was like, it's a getaway day. They're slumping. All right, this is a real test.
He gave up 2 runs in the first, but it was a walking home run.
Yeah, that'll do that to you.
Yeah.
You don't walk the guys when you're facing the Astros. Alvarez? Tucker. Tucker got hurt. Or Bregman.
Oh, it wasn't a home run.
Okay.
2 fielder's choices,
This
actually.
is like...
Alvarez got one and Myers
guys.
got the other.
Okay. But anyway, the one thing that I really think they need to clean up is defensively. Like, there's been way too many freaking errors. For a team that has this small of a margin of error. I think we've agreed, like with the pitching limitations.
And this is a team that I think we're 2 years removed from having our entire infield on the gold glove.
Yep.
I think we had 6 gold gloves.
Well, which granted Edmund isn't playing. He was one of those. Goldie and Nada have taken a little bit of step back. We don't have O'Neal. Wasn't O'Neal a gold glove?
No, O'Neal's won 2 with us, yeah.
So, which I don't understand that, but okay. Good for you, Tyler.
Yeah, we had an argument about that.
Yeah, which I think I don't know how that happened. But we did nail that. What did we say? O'Neal's looking great on a couple pods ago, but wait for it. IL. What happened? Like 2 games later?
Yeah.
Boston, this is Tyler O'Neill experience.
Well, I think this is already his second stint, too, because didn't he have
the first one he ran into Devers, yeah. So I'll give him a pass on that.
Well, I'm surprised Devers survived.
Both of them. They're big guys. If I hit him, I'd be in the hospital still. So, I'll give him a pass on that. But this is your typical, I think it was a hammy injury, something like that.
Well, that's his thing.
It's going to happen.
It's been his thing.
So, enjoy it while you can, Boston. You're getting 110 games max. So
I bet the coach is probably mad at him for not running the ball.
That was it. He's like, see, this is why I told Ollie I don't run the bases. I get hurt. See, I knew I was right on that. Oh, my bad. But anyway, we got to clean it up because it's inevitable like that. We're not pitches being doing. So that's your brief Cardinal update. We're a 500 team at best. Unfortunately,
down for 84 what I think we both had them in that 84 to 86 win range.
83 and let it be. You like that? Because if I remember right, 06, 83 wins got us there. We got the title. Doesn't matter the circumstances. Mo will always say,
11 and 11,
just
baby.
get in, just get in. Doesn't matter that half their team was hurt and they got healthy at the right time and had Pujols, Edmonds rolling. They had those three. That doesn't matter, these facts. You just get in, you can win.
2 Hall of Famers and a guy that I think kind of got up a snub to be knocked out of the contention of it a little too soon.
I agree.
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but I think that he deserved more of a look than he got.
I agree. And I believe we had Chris Carpenter. Wait, was he hurt then in that run?
The 06 run.
In 11,
Wainwright was our
World
closer.
Series. Yeah. We'd have to look into that, but I think we did have Carp pitching like a madman, if I remember right.
I think that he was fantastic.
We had 11, I know, in 11.
Was that the end of Woody Williams? Was that his last
No, that
name?
was before that. He was done in 04,
Okay.
I believe, with us. But yeah. But irregardless, like, that team and this team, I get pissed when they're like, win and get in. No. There were some special circumstances. Suppan, Jeff Weaver. A lot of guys just kind of took off them. So, yeah, like I said, I don't think you can compare to them. This team, I think, were 83. And, he was great. Joel Pinheiro. I think it was Carp, Weaver, Soup, Anthony Reyes. That's the guy that won Game 1 of that World Series. Yeah, flat bill hat. You know what he is now? Firefighter. Firefighter in California. I got you, brother. I can get behind that one. So, yeah, that's the thing. This team, I still think we were not that far off base. This team is still mediocre. That's what we are. So, Ozzy does not approve. He's not happy with it.
He's agreeing.
Oh, he's agreeing. Okay. All these guys. Wayne's like, yeah, that's why I retired. And he's like, yeah, I'm done with this crap. So, got to give them a shout out from time to time.
Wayne is a country music artist now.
That's right, and he's damn good at it. Love you, Wayno. So yeah, that's what we got. That's our playoff. Our finals picks.
That's right. And
Baseball.
a little bit of an update on how bad the Cardinals are.
There we go. We'll do that all year. Don't worry. That won't change stuff. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Stay tuned for where we're at on our next episode.
Yeah, it might be a little brighter. So
we got more than a light bulb.